What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wind Down Wednesday. Pinkies out. Now, I gotta take another sip because guess what? I got, I see it. I was trying to put a little gloss. What the hell is that? I was trying to put on a little gloss because I had put this on after I greased, after I oiled my scalp real good. Put a little edge control and had to lay this down because listen, I just gotta lay it down. It needs to be done. And until it gets done, it gotta be laid down. But why I gotta thank you guys from YouTube Studio, I think I deleted it. Oh, y'all, I deleted it. It was a whole little thing. Let me see if I can back out and then come back in. Nope, it won't. But anyway, Cruise with Key have reached 11. I'm about to say 1100. Not yet. I should have just said it. But Cruise with Key have reached 100 subscribers. Bow, 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 bow. Ain't that what the people do? So cheers to that. Cheers to that. And this is only the beginning. Now, we've been here since maybe 2023, 22. And this is gonna bother me. Y'all know me by now that while I'm talking, I can see, and that's gonna bother me. But don't worry about it. So I'm excited about it because even though I started years ago, it's slow and steady, which is fine because I don't really post on social media except for literally on Wednesdays. And I have noticed that when I make the announcement that I made a new post and I give just a tiny bit of a brief summary of what the post's about, excuse me, more people are starting to interact. And so I love that. And so like I from the very beginning, I said this will be trial and error. So um still a lot to learn, still got a long way to go. And I'm here for it. I have not changed since I got home from work. I literally told you how Wednesdays are. I got some clothes in the washer that I need to hang up. I got trash that I need to take out and roll to the curb because they pick it up on Thursdays. Already got my clothes laid out for work. Yeah, did my hair. Um, I did eat. I had a spinach, grilled chicken spinach salad. And then I had my wine. So now I'm here. And today I want to talk about oh my scars. People be like, oh my stars, and y'all know I'm always gonna give you a definition. And oh my scars, when I was like, oh my scars, and I was like, where you get oh my scars? And I was like, okay, oh my stars. And then I looked up because you can literally Google anything what oh my stars mean. And it says, oh my stars is a common idiomatic expression used to convey surprise, astonishment, or mild shock, often associated with a southern U.S. light-hearted or old-fashioned tone. It serves as a gentle exclamation similar to, oh my goodness, and has been used in literature as far back as 1883. And it's crazy because that's what we used to say. We used to be like, oh my stars, oh my stars, but we knew that was like, oh my goodness. But like the old people be like, oh my stars, or if you ever heard of GMO Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just little things that we grew up saying from back in the day. Oh, I sound a little old, but don't worry about that. But yeah, I just thought about talking about scars. It's been on my list of things to talk about. And don't judge me. Okay, great. I was watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on demand. I'm so glad that this is like the last season. The franchise is canceled and everything because everybody growing up, everybody getting older, the kids are going to college and so forth and so on. And it's hard for me to not watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because I started with them from the very beginning, like in Love and Hip Hop New York from the very beginning, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, oh, from the very beginning. Love and Hip Hop Miami from the very beginning as well, but I stopped that. I'm not. I just I just couldn't do it anymore. Just like basketball wise, then stop watching that way before it stopped. So it depends. Like some people, they got me in the chokehold. Atlanta got me in a chokehold. So I just so happened that I was watching the episode that had aired this week, and I want to say that it was Bambi who told Scrappy because Scrappy didn't send Bambi a text saying he want his family back, and she's like, you got to work on saying things that you don't mean that you can't take back, and things of that nature. And he was saying how he realized, like, with so much going on, he just feels like he's, confused. And it's probably better to go back to old of what you know versus the new of what you don't. And that ain't really serving you. But I'm just like, he's confused because if you watch it from season one, we all know Scrappy has a lot of mommy issues from his mother, Mama D, you know, and I feel like he's just been scarred for life. And I'm not saying that you don't have to be scarred for life at all. And a lot of times people don't understand that not all the times a scar is on the outside. Sometimes it's on the inside too. And that's what made me think about doing, oh my scars today, because oftentimes we the ones the scarring that's on the inside, nobody sees. Nobody even knows about it but you and God. You know what I mean? And oftentimes you don't even know it because you suppressed it so much that it's like it's kind of null and void. Like he suppressed his mommy issues so much that I don't think he understands. That's why he's having these children and why he can't stay in a relationship, and why, as soon as it was a real family dynamic that caused you to have accountability, to cause you to grow up, to have some type of boundaries, and of course a lot of adjustments, that was too much. It was like Bambi was the bad person. I'm not saying that I'm not team anybody, you know what I mean? What the heck? I'm not team anybody, but it's gonna fall out anyway. It's gonna fall again. I'm not team anybody, yeah, but it's gonna get on my nerves. I'm not team anybody. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, I am very much aware, thanks to therapy, of course, and this healing journey that I've been on. I'm very, very, very much aware of things that you have suppressed because it equals, unfortunately, resentment. And I feel like that's what happened. So much resentment that he has with his mom. Because I saw a couple seasons ago where they were having like breakthroughs, and he actually finally let Mama D have it in the most respectful way that he tried to, because that's his mom. But it was just, it was a lot. And then there was another part in this same episode where Zane and his wife April, I don't know why they added them, but it has been chapping my tail the entire time. I'm just not like, Lil Zane, I mean, yeah, we remember you, but it's like, why are you on here? And he adds no value. I mean, the whole show, there's no substance anyway. But Lil Zane and his wife, like, what are we doing? Like, y'all, nobody likes y'all. Like, I promise nobody likes y'all. It's just a lot. But they've been having issues with their marriage, and they're trying to move into this new house, and they're trying to, just start afresh, start anew, because they've had so many issues in their marriage. And so they decided to go to a tattoo place and do some cover-ups, do some removals, things of that nature. And so they said, well, let's surprise each other. His wife has a big old name on her side. And she's getting that covered up. And then he was getting something on him on his forearm or something. That girl, I don't pay that man really no mind at all. He's like little bro that's annoying. Oh my gosh. And so they were getting into it after the fact, because I got annoyed too. Because I was like, who is he calling? Like, this is something that y'all said y'all was going to do. And she was like, this man, lucky I love him so much. I'm going through this and all this other stuff. And I'm too old to be showing my love and all that. Well, you're doing it. But again, y'all have so many internal scars that you thought that going to this tattoo parlor was going to be the beginning of something added to the beginning of y'all new season, since y'all buying a house, like all things new. No, you got to deal with it on the outside. When you have, see, that's the problem. The difference between an outside scar, the difference between, because we gonna use real words, the difference between an internal scar and an external scar. Internal, you can hide it. An external, you cannot. It's outside. You cannot hide it. That's why they have neurosporin. That's why they have it's actually neosporin, but y'all know how I pronunciate words. So we go back about it. You got neosporin, you have peroxide, you have alcohol, you have iodine, you have swabs, you have gauze, I think that's what's called. Y'all know gauze. But at any rate, you have band-aids, if you will. You know what I mean? You have all of these things to hide your scar. You have plastic surgeons out here that can hide your scars. But when do you get to a place where you like, no, this is who I am? You're going to see me heal from the inside out. And that's why I started Cruise with Key, because that internal scarring that happened throughout the tenure of my life needed to be healed. And in order for it to be healed, I had to bring it out. I couldn't keep. You can pray all day. I'm a praying somebody. I don't mind fasting, all of that, going to therapy, journaling, all of the above. However, there's still something that you have to do to heal that scar. Like this right here. Probably can't see it. Probably can't, but it's like right here. Like right there. But I lived in it healed so well. There you go. There you go. Right there. See what I'm saying? It healed so well that oftentimes I forget about it. The only times I really notice it is probably like if I'm putting on a ring or if I'm lotioning or something. And sometimes I'd be like, dang, I remember that. This happened in foster care. I was 8, because I was in what, second, third grade. I was in second grade, and I was living in a foster home, and they were who they were, and there were no pencil sharpeners. And so they told me that I had to sharpen it with a knife. And while I'm sharpening my pencil with a knife, it cuts me, blood everywhere. Crazy, right? Crazy. And so this scar, of course, it reminds me of a time where I did what I had to do. And that was one of the worst. That's probably the worst. That was the worst foster home I was ever in my entire life. And so when I notice it, I don't really focus on it. I don't really acknowledge it like that. Like if somebody say, "What happened to you?" I'd be like, "Oh, I was sharpening the pencil when I was younger," and You know what I mean? But it's deeper than that. You probably can't see this. I be trying to, I don't know how to really work lighting and stuff like that. As I get older, my hands are becoming wrinkled, but oh well. But right here, all right here, right, let me see. You probably can't see it, but I'm going somewhere, trust me. This right here, yeah, you could really see it right here. Yeah, when I get, let me turn the light over because I think that's when you can really see it laying in the light, I think. And then, where am I going? In my pinky. Don't worry about my nails. I'm getting the feeling them off. But at any rate, I have burns from here all the way to here. Thank God for my complexion, because you'll never know. Cheers. But I asked when I was younger, where did this come from? And I was told that I was used as an ashtray. And I would just be getting burned. Now, why you using me as an ashtray as a kid? I have no idea. But y'all probably never heard me talk about it. I mean, it ain't nothing to really talk about. Again, it's not something that I really give light to. You know what I mean? It's they symbolize everything that I have, some of the things that I have gone through. They symbolize uh moments in which I had no control. I didn't even know what was going on, mentally, really internally. And God knew, excuse me. And then as I grew up, it was like I could care less. But there are times when sometimes, because I mean, it's still a part of it. I don't care what y'all say. Mourning will never end. Weeping may endure for a night. Joy comes in the morning. Mourning is a lot, okay? And sometimes you mourn different things, and sometimes very, very random, maybe once a year, if that. I do mourn the scars that I see. You know what I mean? I do, because it takes you back to that place. Like, y'all ever heard of Scarlett? Okay. Scarlett, you know what she said? She literally said, she literally said she was going to actually, in May 2025, she announced that she scheduled surgery to remove her signature scar on her lip, a reminder of a childhood assault, to move forward from her past. However, as of July 2025, she decided against the removal, choosing to keep the scar as a symbol of her strength and personal journey. Let me explain something to you. Listen, what you removing it for? Oh, my scars. But say it with a smile. Oh, my scars, baby. Without my scars, some of my testimony, you probably wouldn't even really believe it. I thank God for some of the things that I physically can see, because it reminds me, baby, you can't make that up. You can't make it up. Y'all remember that time I came on here? I got a scar right there on my nose. You really can't see it, but I got a scar right there on my nose because I fell flat on my face trying to help my cousin up years ago. Fell on the ground. Whew, it was no joke. People thought I got beat up, but I was like, y'all think somebody gonna crush me like that? And I'm standing here today with regular clothes and not a jumpsuit. Let me explain something to you. I'm never about to play about the kid. Never. So yeah, everybody was ready though. But again, you will never know, because I treated it. Treated it. Every ailment. I don't know about this. I don't know nothing about this. I have no idea. I know I treated this. I absolutely know I treated this. It was right here. I got a scar on my knee. I got some scars on my thigh because when I was married, married, when I was in my last relationship, we got into it real bad. It wasn't even that bad, but We got into it. He got out the car, and I was a little too intoxicated to drive. And so we left the car where it was, and I got out to chase him, and I ended up falling, and blood was just everywhere. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, you left, so I was going with you." See that scars. Some scars you cause, and some scars you don't. And that's what I'm saying. Some internal scars you cause, sometimes you don't. Some of the internal scars that you cause is because you just refuse to heal from something that happened to you. Heal. I promise you, when you heal, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel happier. You're going to have so much peace and so much joy that the world didn't give and the world can't take away. That's why I'm always so excited about talking about certain things. When I was thinking about what was I was like, oh, my scars. And I just was like, yeah, I got scars to talk about, even internal scars. Like my last relationship was a humdinger. Let's say that. Let's say that. It was a humdinger. And because of that, trust issues, they there when it comes to a significant other, but I believe and I trust God that the more I heal from it. I don't even think about it no more. I'm a lot better than what I was, but the more I heal from it, the more I can enjoy a relationship with a significant other, the more I can accept it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying about like Scrappy and Zane and Ashley. Like you can keep covering up stuff all you want to. You can cover it up with tattoos. You can get those tattoos covered up, and you can keep getting girlfriends and having more babies, or having threesomes and getting people pregnant, whatever the case may be, because that's what Scrappy did. However, those issues still gonna be there. The wound's still gonna be there. So won't you just treat it? That's all I'm saying. Just treat it. And of course, I'm gonna leave you with this. It says scars are permanent marks left on the skin or bodily tissues after an injury, disease, or surgery has healed, consisting of tissue replacing normal skin. They are a natural part of the wound repair process and can also refer to emotional damage or marks on plant/surfaces. Common synonyms include mark, lesion, trauma, wound, and disfigurement. It's right there. I cannot make it up. I can't make none of this stuff up. This is what I'm saying. Baby, if you don't deal with it, I'm trying to tell you, it's creates trauma. I have wounds. So I told you I had a laparoscopic hysterectomy. I've had two laparoscopic procedures as well. Actually, I've had two laparoscopic procedures, 2007, 2004, hysterectomy laparoscopic 2016, another laparoscopic surgery to remove ovaries, to remove cysts and things. That's when I found out I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. That was April 2021. See what I'm saying? So it's like, and if I was to wear a crop top, bikini, whatever the case may be, if you see my stomach, you're going to see. And I used to hate them. But it's to the point where it's like I told y'all, these and these, I really don't pay it no mind, because it is what it is. I'm a soldier. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you got to look at it. Like, I earned these stripes. That's how you got to look at it. Like, I earned these stripes. Everything that I got, I'm not covering nothing up, because whatever you cover, you're going to have to reveal it at some point. You know how long I covered up being in foster care? There's nobody in school, in none of my schools, two people. One who I ended up living with because I needed a place to live, a temporary placement. The other one, we became like best friends. Um, we met in class, and she would bring me out. She knew I was in a group home because I told her. I mean, we just got close. It was our relationship. Other than that, it was nothing that I shared. I always tried to cover it up because people, they treated us different when they found out you were a foster child and stuff like that. So it's like I will cover it up. But baby, I cannot wait to May 1st, which is Foster Care Awareness Month. What? I can't wait to May 1st, National Endometriosis Awareness Month. Both of them is me. And I wear it as a badge of honor. Salute, Kiki. That's all I'm saying. Like, whatever scars you have, show them, uncover them, let them heal. And I guarantee you'll feel better. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay. Now, have a good rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, and the rest of and next week until I see you again. Okay. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. Thank you for everybody that viewed. Thank you for all the viewers, the likes, comments, the shares. Thank you for all those that respond to me on TikTok, that respond to me in my DMs on TikTok, that respond to me in my DMs on Instagram. I appreciate y'all. I think I respond to everybody. If I have not, I truly apologize, because again, I'm really not one of them that's on social media every single day. I'm trying to work on at least maybe 4 out of 3, 3 out of maybe 4 out of 7, 3 out of 7. I'm gonna figure it out, but we definitely know we're gonna at least do once. I'm gonna give y'all two. I'm gonna give you 2 posts, but I'm gonna do better. But until then, you got this every week. Come see me, okay? I love you. I appreciate you. Okay. See ya.